Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I am going to start new series of Oracle database. Whoever interested to learn Oracle database, they can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I upload new videos, they will get the notification. So guys, let's start with the topic. Okay. So in programming language, to store the data, we use variables. Correct. Suppose I will take one variable called customer ID. Okay, I will store the data 123 in that customer ID. So whenever I declare the variable customer ID, one memory will be allocated to that variable. Correct? Let's suppose this is the memory location and customer ID is the name of that memory location means variable. Okay. And we have assigned one value to it. And this value will get stored at that memory location. Okay. But will this customer ID variable stores this value permanently? No, right? Program gets terminated, whenever program gets terminated, we lost value. Customer ID variable lost value. But what is our requirement here? Our requirement is to store the data permanently. Okay. How we can store the data permanently? To store data permanently, we have file and databases. Okay, so I will write here variable. In variable, data gets stored temporarily. And in file and database, data gets stored permanently. Correct? So among file, but our requirement is we have to store the data permanently. So among file and database, which one is the best option? So I will show the differences. So this is the difference between file and database. File is used to store the small amount of data, and whereas database used to store the large amount of data. File has less security and database has high security. File provides less performance and database provides high performance. So among these, large organizations will prefer database, right? So that's why we are learning the database. Okay, guys. So the next topic is importance of data. Why data is important? Data is used to run the business and analyze the business. Suppose, let's take an example of bank. Bank is having many branches, right? And many branches is having customers, and then they will perform a lot of transactions, and bank will have the products such as loan, credit card, etc. So to run the business, bank have to perform all these activities. Because every day customer want to perform the operations such as transactions, deposit, withdrawal. So to maintain the business smoothly, bank has to perform all the operations, right? For this, data is important, and also to analyze the business. Suppose let's take an example. In 2023, how many customers opened account, and how many customers are having credit cards, and how many customers are taking loans, right? So to run and analyze the business, data is important. So to run and analyze business, data is important. So the next topic is data store. What is the data store? Data store is a location. Data store is a location where data is stored. Okay. So what is the data store? The data store is a location where the data is stored. Okay, what are the examples of data stores? Examples of data stores. So in before before 1960s, we use companies used to store the data in books. And in 1960s, they used to store the data in file management system. And in 1970s, they used to store the data in database. So before 1960s, companies store data in books. Okay, in 1960s, they used to store the data in files. And in 1970s, they started to store the data in databases. Okay, so our next topic is what is the database? Okay, database. So what is database? Database is a kind of data store. Database is kind of data store where we store interrelated interrelated data in an organized form. Okay, what do you mean by organized and interrelated? Let's take an example of bank database. Okay, bank database. Bank database will have a lot of branches, and then it will have customers, and then transactions. Every customers will do some transactions and some products. Okay, so so what is meant by interrelated data? Suppose bank is having many branches, right? So and branches is having many customers. Customers are having many transactions. So all these data are interrelated. Suppose branches data is interrelated to customers, and customer performs transactions. So customers table data is related to the transaction data. Okay, that's why we say that database stores the interrelated data in an organized form. Organized form means we store the data in the form of rows and columns, means in the form of tables. Okay, that's it for today, guys. We will discuss next topic tomorrow. Thank you.